Stephanie, I think there's something very interesting you wanted to share about your strategy about health and well-being. What
Yes,
about it?
yes. It's been very interesting because for 35 years, I was working with the darkness. If you looked at the yin yang symbol, I was in the darkness trying to focus on the light. So I was increasing the light constantly, bringing more light into the darkness so that I had a better um, self-esteem, self-evaluation, self um, that I could move forward. Um, it was it was what fed me in a very dark situation. So now I feel like I have crossed over into the other yin yang symbol. Um, I'm now in the white with a little darkness. And so I'm trying to eliminate the darkness and increase more light. And it's a different way of working. And I'm looking now at strengths that I didn't look necessarily at my strengths at that when I was working in the darkness. I just looked at the light and how I could bring more light and happiness and well-being and positivity into my environment and make inroads into my movement, my capability, decreasing the pain because I was dealing with a chronic conditions. And so there's a different strategy when you're working with if when you're in the dark time of your dealing with a lot of dark issues versus the light. And now it's like opening up. Now I'm looking at getting rid of stuff. I'm looking at um, uh, focusing on my strengths, where I want to go, uh, still with the hope. Each focus was about hope and bringing something new. But prior, it was in the, working with the darkness and looking at the light in the darkness. My body knew where I was going before my head did. And even when I was doing collages, it was very interesting. There would be a hidden component that would reveal itself later. And and so I started knowing that my body knew where I was going, and I started working with my body as the and my inner knowing as a way of getting out of my situation. And so I'm looking to see what this new strategy of working with the light um, is going to unfold because I'm very excited about that.
I just heard you say you think about eliminating the dark, but if we are talking about light and darkness, one cannot exist without the other.
Mhm.
And I'm also thinking if we eliminated the dark, we wouldn't know anymore that we are in the light. So I'm
That's
just
true.
questioning, isn't it important to have this dot of darkness? It doesn't have to rule us, but we need it as a reference to that we are in the light, don't we?
We do, but it also I can diminish it and open up more possibilities.
Yeah.
So for one thing, I'm looking at um, what are the strengths that I don't even know about that might want to come forward now at this time in my life and what wants to unfold. And that's kind of what I'm working with now is what wants to be known and come forward at this moment. So so it's and I have all these books that I've acquired and I see that, these strength books that's part of what is for this stage. And so it's very interesting to see that my body has guided me to get certain things in preparation for later stages too.
Yes.
So 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 that's been very interesting. And that's how I was led to meta health. It was a serendipitous uh, type of coincidence. Someone just happened to talk to me about it in another meeting. And
Wow.
and so I started looking it up, and that's how I ended up in the group. It was just,
Amazing.
yeah, it was not any intentional thing. It was just, oh, this is a possibility out there. Following the trail of, this looks like um an area for me because I had been working with salutogenic healing. I would actually had been writing it and teaching it at an assisted living place.
Yes.
So so it was very interesting to come across meta health, and that was one of the principles. So
Thank you.